Hi, Brian. How are you?
Hello. Welcome in the Next Man Up. We appreciate you taking the time to come join us and put some game on us.
All right, so heard a lot of great things about you and the show,
Thank you.
Just want to share a little bit more. Gary really talked a lot about it, and as you hear you guys talk about what it takes to go from 5 years old to professional athlete, the families, all of that, the fan base, is all so inspiring because it's a long journey. And it doesn't take that one athlete, right? It doesn't take one mind. It takes the whole entire network. It really takes a village. So that's what this is all about, right? How do you bring all these people who is here to support that one person who has a dream and the daring personality to go after that, to then be successful? A young person's mind is just developing. Thinking about different influences, their friends, the things that friends likes, but also when it comes to being very disciplined, learning from the best, learning from other people's mistakes, and hearing your parents' guidance, and also financial literacy. All of those things are things that Gary and I are working together to make sure that we can put in a way where it's cohesive, it's comprehensive, it's communicating to young people in a language that they understand. Scrolling on social media has trained our brain to think everything has to be dynamic, everything has to be personalized, everything has to be right now, right here, accessible anywhere. And that's what the platform does. And so I'm just going to stop there to have you ask questions and just kind of have a conversation about it.
Yeah. So what made you decide to work with somebody like Gary Clark? Like, where does the passion come from in something like this?
So my background is education and technology. As a young girl, I actually grew up in a family of entrepreneurs and educators. So my mom was a university professor, and my dad actually never had a college degree until he met my mom. And together they were able to create a great business that gave us the education that we needed. And so that always inspired me to think about, how do you help people to learn better? How do you help people to be excited about learning? And as you know, knowledge is power, right? If you know something, you're able to then use it to achieve the things that you want to do. And you know that you're right if you know that knowledge. So to me, at an 11-year-old kind of like early age, I always wanted to discover what's the better education system. And I traveled across the world. I learned and lived and worked in Singapore, in Vietnam, Japan, Latin America, and Chile. And so I got to get familiarized with very different education systems. And to me, when the pandemic started, it was really hard to see young people having to transition online. And it was really hard to see internships getting canceled. Just also the workplace was disrupted. Now people are coming back into the office. Still is very much hybrid, right? We're not totally in person. We're not totally online. You and I are talking remotely. And so knowledge transfer is impacted in that way. And learning is impacted in that way. And learning has to feel fun, engaging, intuitive. And that's what we're set out to do, to make learning engaging, to make learning effective, to make learning adaptable to the hybrid world that we operate in. And thinking about sports, that's something that gets us moving, get us to be able to be a team, to build a community, and think about the fan base. It brings the whole city together. It improves the local economy, right? It's so exciting to be part of sports. And I think with thinking about NIL, that has opened so many doors to so many young athletes, and it's going to change lives and families. And so partnering with Gary is a no-brainer to me. and the way Gary and I met, we have mutual friends, and we also met through a business setting. And so there were just so many reasons why we have to partner and make this happen. And I'm just so honored to be partnering with him on this project.
Oh, well, we are honored. Thank you so much for jumping on the show to talk about this, man. That is great things that you guys are doing, paying the way forward. Gary talked about helping out Terry, but he's helping out so many other athletes after the fact, even though he doesn't have to, even though he has all the stats, even though he can just go off on some beat somewhere and have a great time. He is choosing to help out the athletes of the future. Thank you so much for jumping on. Gary, thank you so much for your time, brother. We appreciate you for all that you've done for the Burgundy and Gold and all that you continue to do for this squad right here, man. I can't wait to see you. I know you're going to be in Tampa, brother. I cannot wait to see you, man, and kick it with you, man. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for everything you continue to do for not only the game of football, but just for everybody out here in the DMV. Gary, bro, it's always real talking to you, man. You know we're going to chop it up soon, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Love you, Rockstar. Sounds good, man. 9% of the people that you talk to moving forward, I'm no more than your college coach, because not be working at 62 years old unless he wants to be working at 62 years old. This is what it is. So
about how do you help people to learn better? How do you help people to be excited about learning, young athletes? And it's going to change lives and families. And so many reasons why we have to partner and make this happen. And I'm just so honored to be partnering with him on this project.
Oh, well, we are honored.